Good morning. In this lecture, I want to discuss about the pulse width modulation. Okay. So, before going to details of pulse width modulation, we should understand first what is pulse width modulation. Okay. So, the definition of pulse width modulation. Okay. So, pulse width modulation can be in short form we can write it as PWM. Okay. PWM. In short form, we are writing pulse width modulation as PWM, and it is a fancy term of for describing a type of digital signal. This pulse width modulation is used in a variety of applications, including sophisticated control circuitry. A common way we can use them here at Spark Fun is to control dimming of RGB LEDs or to control the direction of a servo. Okay. So when we are coming to the definition of PWM or that is, we can tell here that pulse width modulation, that is PWM, is also treated as pulse duration modulation, that is PDM. So this is a method of reducing the average power, okay, delivered by an electric signal by effectively chopping it up into discrete parts. Okay. So that means we are chopping it or the analog signal, okay, into discrete parts. Okay. Here the average value of voltage fed to the load is controlled by turning the switch between supply and load on and off at a fast rate. The longer the switch is on compared to the off periods, the higher is the total power supplied to the load. So along with maximum power point tracking, that is it MPPT, okay, MPPT, that is our what, maximum power point tracking. It is one of the primary method of reducing the output of solar panels to that which can be utilized by a battery. So PWM is a particular suited for running internal loads such as motors, which are not easy affected by this discrete switching because their inertia causes them to react slowly. So the PWM switching frequency has to be high enough not to affect the load, which is to say that the resultant waveform received by the load must be smooth as possible. Okay. See this figure here. Okay, this is an example of PWM, which is an idealized inductor which is driven by voltage source modulated. That is, this is your voltage source modulated. This color is the voltage source modulated. Okay, as a series of pulses which resulting in a sine like current in the inductor. So the current, this red, this look like a sine. Okay, see, this is for current diagram. Okay, so from the result of that we are getting a sine like current in the inductor. Okay, so the rectangular voltage pulses so here the rectangular voltage pulses results in a more and more smooth current waveform. Okay, means more, it will become more smooth current waveform, sine waveform, as the switching frequency increases, if you are increasing the frequency. Okay, so That means we can note here that the current waveform is integral of the voltage waveform. Okay, one is current waveform here and the next one is voltage waveform. Okay, so this is the example, okay, of PWM technology. So here we can tell the rate of frequency at which the power supply must be switched can vary greatly depending on load and application. Okay, another example you can tell, for example, switching has to be done several times a minute in an electric stove. Okay, that is 120 Hz in a lamp dimmer, between a few kilohertz and tens of kilohertz for a motor drive, and well into the tens of hundred of kilohertz into audio amplifiers and computer power supplies. Okay, and the main advantage of PWM is that the power loss in the switching device is very low. Okay, power loss is very low. Power loss due to PWM technology is very low. This is the main advantage. When we are using a switch is off there, that means practically there is no current, and when it is on and power is being transferred to the load, there is almost no voltage drop across the switch. Okay, here. So because of that we are saving power here. So power loss being the product of voltage and current, you know it. So thus in both cases close to it close to zero. So PWM also work well in digital controls. Okay, another good application is it works well in digital controls. Okay, which when I'm talking about digital control, this is because of their on and off nature, can easily set the needed duty cycle here. So PWM has been used in certain communication systems also. Okay, it is also used in communication system where its duty cycle has been used to convey information over a communication channel. Now I want to describe about the duty cycle. Okay, duty cycle. Okay, here I want to describe about the duty cycle. Okay, so this duty cycle terms describes the the duty cycle describes the proportion of on time to the regular interval or period of time. Okay, and a low duty cycle corresponds to low power. Okay, because the power is off for most of the time. Similarly, the duty cycle is expressed in percentage because of that, because what is the power we want to apply. Okay, that will be based upon the on time to the regular interval of the period of time. Okay, so based upon the percentage of duty cycle, okay, we can express the power requirement here. Okay, so if the duty cycle is expressed in percentage, that means if it is 100% being, that means if it is 100%, that means the power is fully on. And when a digital signal is on half of the time and half of the other half of the time is off, then the digital signal that is the digital signal has a duty cycle of 50%. Okay, so here see the diagram. I have shown the duty cycle of 50% duty cycle, 75% duty cycle, and 25% duty cycle. So that means when I am considering 50% duty cycle, here 50% time is off and 50% is on. Okay, so for that I am telling that the duty cycle is 50%. Similarly, when it is 75% duty cycle, so here 75% is on and only 25% is off time. Similarly, when it is 25% duty cycle, then that time on time is 25% and off is 75%. Okay, so this is the duty cycle diagram of duty cycle, wave diagram of duty cycle. Getting? So that means when the digital signal has a duty cycle of 50% and resembles a square wave, when a digital signal spends more time in the on state than the off state, so obviously the duty cycle is of greater than 50%. And when a digital signal spends more time in the off state, then we can tell that it has duty cycle less than 50%. Okay, and already we have shown you the diagram. Okay, so that means on time is greater than 50%, means the duty cycle will be greater than 50%, and on time is less than 50%, means so obviously the duty cycle is less than 50%. So now we have to talk about the types of pulse width modulation, okay, which are possible. That is, the pulse, first one is the pulse center may be fixed in the center of the time window and both edges of the pulse move to compress or expand the width. Similarly, the second one is the lead edge can be held at the lead edge of the window and the tail edge modulated. Similarly, the next type of PWM is the tail edge can be fixed and the lead edge modulated. Okay, so these are the types of PWM modulation or